All right. I think we're live. How's it going?
I think we are live. I'm doing good.
Good, 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 good. I'm glad to hear that you're doing well, Steve. It's been a long time since I've seen you.
It has been.
Yes, it has been. Well, everybody, welcome to a random, very random live stream here. Steve and I were just talking on the phone and decided, what the heck, let's go on and do a live stream on YouTube here. So,
Yeah.
how are you doing today, Steve? Let the people know.
I am doing good. Oh, now this time I can actually see the live comments. Last time I couldn't. Sweet.
Yeah. Yes. So we'll let people filter in here for just a minute or two. And there's Vicky.
Vicky.
There's Samantha. Karen.
Julia.
Karen, I responded to your comment that you left us a little bit earlier about this membership things. Hopefully you got that. Cool. So I just got the notification that we went live. So we'll give it another minute or two. So while we're waiting on everyone to come in here, guys, before we get started discussing everything, go ahead and leave a thumbs up on the video here and copy and paste the URL of the video on all of your social media so we can get a bunch of people in here.
Too lazy. Alicia.
How's it going, guys? How's it going?
What's going on? Hello from France.
Oh, wow. That's awesome.
Heck yeah.
We've been enjoying doing these live streams, both the members only live streams and these regular live streams like this. And I know we have another one of the other mini episodes coming out either tomorrow or Saturday. I don't know which one yet. And we also have a podcast that we need to throw up too. So we've got stuff for you guys. It's just it just takes a minute to get it edited, and then we'll get it up for you. Huge fan from Iran. That's cool. The Iron Queen. How's it going? There's old Polly Gear. Hannah Benson said, "Hey, Steve."
Hey, what's going on, Hannah?
Let's see. Richard Musser? How do you?
It's probably Musser.
Says hi. Candace is in here. Alicia. Chris Nelson from Gloomy, Ohio. I agree. I'm also in Ohio, and it is like oddly yellow outside. I don't get it. South Africa. Wow. How's it going? We continue live streams after quarantine has been lifted. Yes, we're going to try and do whatever we can. But we all work full-time jobs and do this and own businesses. So we will do them as much as we can, even if just one of us have to pop on here to update you guys and whatnot. Looks like Amy made it. She said, "Hey, Dave and Steve, I made it."
What's going on? Hey, Amy.
It says Bungle says, "Hey guys." Sarcastic Mary says, "Hey guys." Sunny Florida Paranormal Encounters
Hey,
is in the chat.
Goose.
Gooseby is in the chat. What's up, Goose? Steve Evans. All right, guys. I think we've given quite a few minutes to let everybody show up here. Steve, do you want to let everyone know what we're going to be talking about today?
Yeah, we decided that it would be interesting to cover the topic of demonic possession and things that could possibly lead up to that. And also, Dave and I were wanting to cover how we feel it's not taking away from the importance of it, or but how producers, if you will, overplay it for good ratings, where at least I know I feel it kind of loses its respect because a lot of the TV shows overplay it.
Yeah, so we're going to be talking about that, talking about, like Steve said, how oversaturated, the media is with demonic possessions. We're going to talk about instances of what, we think are real demonic possessions, and, what people, and I think Steve could probably go into a little bit about how people could, confuse a demonic possession for something else.
Yeah.
And we will get into that. Let's check on the comments real quick. Leanne is in the chat. Steve Evans, I think. Faye. Deanna. Jennifer Butcher from Braxton County. PA. Goose said he can't stay on long. Just wanted to say hey. Sounds good.
Appreciate the support, Goose.
Yes. India said, I love that skinny legend in the back. Yeah. That's my after quarantine weight goal.
Germany, Oregon.
Have you heard when your quarantine will be lifted? Where we're at, I think April 1st. At least where I'm at. Steve's is different.
Yeah.
All right. Lansing, Sarcastic Mary.
Oh, Beth Arlington.
Oh, cool. How's it going, Beth?
London.
Lori Curl said she finally made it on for a live stream. See you later, Goose.
Take care, man.
Washington, D.C. This probably isn't interesting for me to sit here and read this to all of you guys, but I think it's cool to see where everyone is coming in from.
Yeah.
Germany, South Africa. That's a couple people from South Africa. That's cool.
Aberdeen, Scotland.
Oh, cool.
Manchester.
Susan Bark said, hey, guys. Larry said, hey, guys. Washington, D.C. London. Wow. Okay. It's raining cats and dogs. Did I say April 1st? I meant May 1st.
Yeah, I think you said April 1st.
You know how everything kind of gets May 1st. Jeez. All right.
Yes, they're not April fooling us on April 1st.
All right. So, and I think Steve was going to bring out a couple of items as well that we can go over.
Pertain to the subject. Yeah.
Yes. All right. Hello from Ohio, Malaysia. Okay. So if you guys have any comments for us during live stream here, make sure you leave them and we will definitely get to them.
Turn this on.
And I do want to say that we have Facebook and YouTube going at the same time. So the comments are kind of scrolling through pretty quickly. So if you ask a question and we don't get to it, just leave it again and we will get to it. When I met my best friend in 1993, he was with a woman whose father participated in the Rolando exorcism, the inspiration of Blatty's The Exorcist. Oh, wow. That's really cool.
Very cool. I went ahead and put the EDI Plus right in front of the your favorite artifact, Dave.
Frank, that's pretty cool.
Yeah.
That's awesome. So, Steve, demonic possession, do you think that it is becoming something that was once, a very rare thing? Do you think it is something that is becoming over popular? What am I trying to say? It's becoming too common now in the paranormal field. Do you think so?
I do. I do in the grander scheme of things. You and I and Ryan, from the time we worked at the penitentiary in Moundsville for tours and stuff like that, we've came in contact with a lot of TV teams, producers especially. I put a lot of the blame on producers.
Mm-hmm.
If you think of it, a lot of the TV teams are going to have to kind of follow suit in order to keep their jobs or their position, if you will. I do think a lot of I think there's a lot of I don't use the word hype, overuse of the term.
Okay.
I do not think 80 to 90% of the claims, me personally, have anything to do with demonic possession. Is there a possibility it could be like demonically inspired? It's a good possibility. It's a possibility, but possession, no, no. And a, many of the cases, it's going to take a long time for that to happen. You have the, just there's a gradual progression into that. My opinion.
Yeah, I mean, I agree with you. I think it's just like it's one of the things that if they showed on TV in like a 5-second clip during a commercial, they know that they're going to hook people if they hear the word demonic possession or they show a demonic possession. Right. And there's a certain TV show out there. I don't even have to say the name. You guys know who it is. But every single episode lately, it just seems like there's some sort of demonic possession or, and it's just crazy. It puts the wrong image of the field out there.
Yeah.
And you have all of these people who are, they're just starting, to go and do their own thing, which is fine. But they get out there and they're expecting, everything to be a demonic possession or evil or something like that. And
you also have the possibility as that it, as you said, and I agree with you, it gets so overplayed that the respect for it is lessened. So yeah. These new people going into the field thinking, "Oh, I'm going to go right in there and be, the next TV mainliner," and they end up getting a spiritual attachment because they have no clue, no concept of the dangers that come with paranormal research. And people have to realize in the spirit realm, they're not on our time, we're on their time. And there's no concept of time on that part. So it could be 2 days, 2 weeks, 2 months, or 2 years. It's a gradual thing.
It really is. Yeah. And it's just a shame because, like, it's unfortunate that the people who are kind of portraying this are the ones that, they get all of the attention. And it's sad that, people believe that. And then when they go out and do it themselves, they just don't, it just doesn't happen like that. And then people, I'm not saying it's those same people, but then people will watch those of us who are on YouTube and they'll leave comments saying things about, this is boring, nothing is happening, this is fake. And it just gets to be a lot. Yeah. And I mean, we get comments every single day on our channel that what we do is fake and that it's not real. And that I think that a lot of that stems from people watching these TV shows and seeing the nonstop activity that they're getting and demonic possessions and stuff that they portray. What do you think?
Yeah, I agree. I mean, and you have a lot of cases above all else, the people who are allegedly going through either demonic oppression, infestation, or even, I believe, very remotely possession. Many of them need to be seen by a psychiatrist first, and any properly done exorcism, there should be somewhere involved during the process, not only a clergy member, but also a psychiatrist, someone there to make sure that this person just, doesn't just need mental help, but they also need spiritual help as well.
I agree. Yeah.
And I hate to say it, and I'm not going to sit here and point out names. But there's a lot of people out there that claim to be demonologists, claim to be this, and that. And honestly, their education comes from google.edu. It doesn't come from an actual credible source, a college, a university, seminary, anything like that,
Mm-hmm.
And that's like another topic. I collect haunted items. When I collected haunted items, when I started, there was maybe 2 or 3 other individuals who seriously collected. Now every person that you turn around is collecting haunted items, allegedly haunted items.
Right. Yeah. Yeah, and basically what they're doing is they're just having people, drop a trash bag full of stuff off that isn't wanted, and they put it up on the display shelf and say that it's haunted.
Right. That's why the items I get, I open it up during the day and during night events for people to come and investigate. That's a part of paranormal research, is to conduct research with the items, not just have 1 or 2 people who own the item say, okay, this is haunted because I say it's haunted, and then turn away people who want to do research with it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I had a skeptic in here a couple months ago, Kenny Biddle. He didn't find anything, according to his studies, that would prove anything to be haunted, but it's coming from a skeptical side of things.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm open for people's opinion. I've had people come in day tours and say, I don't feel anything. Well, that's fine. You're probably not very sensitive either to spiritual energy.
Right. Yeah, and it's one of those things where, I don't know. Let's go to the comments here real quick. Let's see what people think. Wow. All right.
Supposed to be at peace and meet again with loved ones again.
A lot of it is just acting and people having a weird moment. I would agree with the acting thing. I totally agree with Steve. Hey guys, I do believe there are real cases, but all other issues must be ruled out first.
Mm-hmm. Research.
Demons everywhere.
Oh, you're back up the list. There you go.
Karen says, what does oppression mean?
Oppression, from the studies that I've done, from my experience, there's kind of a 3-step type of situation. There's oppression, which means it's more of a burden. Think of it being a spiritual burden, to the point where the person becomes, basically they feel helpless. In my opinion, from a Christian standpoint, is when you become to focus on the fear, you focus on the negativity over and above your faith, your faith in God that He's going to protect you. So when you entertain the fear, you're entertaining the fear as stronger than God's protection for you. So that can and sometimes leads into infestation, which is where they become integrated in certain parts of your lives, like certain weak points you have in your life. If anger is one of them or something like that, they can focus. The demonic energy can focus on that, and then I believe very rarely situation that could lead into partial or full possession.
Okay.
So,
Steve Evans questions, if the afterlife is real and when we pass over, we are supposed to be at peace and meet again our loved ones, why are demons trying to kill us, trying to make us commit suicide, etc., etc.?
Which one was that? Was up the list, wasn't it?
Steve Evans.
Steve, there's a vast, there's a lot of explanations for what demons are or what they're not. It comes down to your belief structure, your faith structure, or your religious structure, however you want to look at it. That's something I think that you're going to have to find out for yourself, what you feel to be true. When it comes down to it, none of us know what lies on the other side of the veil after we pass over until you physically die and stay over there. And unfortunately, with that aspect of it, you're not going to come back and really be able to prove to people who are still living, what happens after death. Because even that would come across as a one-person opinion, even if that were to happen. So you're just going to have to. That's what life's about: is studying, researching, and developing your own views on that topic, let alone any other topic.
Beth says demons were originally created to explain why bad things happen to good people. Josh says, every time I used to watch watch Ghost Adventures, I'd sort of laugh with all the obvious staged stuff.
Producers, yeah.
Nails and reviews, they keep posting something kind of in split comments. I can't keep up with it. If you can comment what you're trying to say in one full comment, I'll read through it.
Yeah.
Sarcastic Mary says, oh, she was responding to her. Oh, hi, Nova.
Nova.
Okay, I think we're back to this. Hello, Dave and Steve. Hello. Greetings from your hometown.
Uh-oh.
We're going in my hometown.
Which hometown?
The old Clarksburg.
Oh, cool.
She's ready to make her appearance, guys.
Nova.
There she is.
The PQ mascot.
That's right.
I still think we need to get her a T-shirt made or like a little bandana or something.
We do. We need to get. We need to like have her battling the PQ skull logo on a shirt or something.
Yeah, that'd be awesome.
Draw it up, Steve, and we'll get them made.
All right, done deal.
Oh,
I like India's definition, the ginger demon. So I assume Nova because. Yeah, she is gorgeous, Beth. She's a gorgeous cat. Didn't we? Ryan found her at the Belair house when we were hanging out on the front porch, wasn't it?
Yeah, she's actually a ghost hunting cat. She was found at the haunted Belair house, and she came home with us.
Yep, she's a good cat. She's probably one of the most even-tempered cats I've ever met.
Yeah, she's fallen asleep here.
She's spoiled rotten.
Or she was anyway.
Bubba says hi. That's my cat I say hi to at Gina's house. It's huge.
Let's see. All right, what are people saying? Well, everything's about Nova now.
Yep. Naturally.
Merch. Yeah, people are asking for merch. We're gonna work on that as soon as this pandemic thing lifts. We're gonna work on some merch for you guys.
Right.
If you guys want that, some t-shirts.
I'm gonna get a trucker's hat.
Maybe some hats, yeah, something like that. What would you guys want merch-wise if we did that? I was raised in a Pentecostal church before I got away from that branch of faith. Now it's more belief in God and Jesus, but I saw an exorcism unfold in service, no cameras or staging.
Interesting, yeah. When it comes down to it, Brandon, I come from a Christian Protestant background. Doesn't say anywhere in Scripture you have to be in a church. If two or more are gathered in His name, there you will find Him. So, yeah, man, more power to you. You got to find your path, find where you're being pulled to or where you're being called to. Absolutely.
India, hold on.
I still understand what she's trying to say. Yeah,
Nina said, I had a high school child act out in my class. I thought he was high. I was told he was being called by his ancestors to become a witch doctor. That was scary. I don't believe in that stuff. Do you? I don't really know much about witch doctors.
Yeah, I've heard a little. I don't know a lot to really state a well-based opinion on that. So, from my life experience, I don't say I believe or disbelieve in that.
Put the skeleton on the merch.
That'd be cool.
Bandanas to make masks. Pet clothes. I collect postcards. I've loved to have a postcard from the museum.
I need to get. People keep asking about those, but I haven't found a cheap place to get them made. I'm poor because every time I get money saved up for the museum, I end up spending on historical items. Oh shoot! I took it home to show my grandfather. I could show him that piece from the item from the Titanic I just got.
Oh yeah.
I took it home to my pap. I don't have it here now. We'll do it another time.
I love Dave fan club shirts. Okay.
Hey.
We need to actually move the merch, not let it sit on the shelf. Will you be going back to the cabin anytime soon?
Hopefully, fingers crossed. I want to go really bad.
Hopefully, guys. It's kind of a touchy subject because the people that live there, they just, I think they're scared of it, and they're scared of the paranormal thing.
Yeah.
So, getting them to get on board for the episode was tough in and of itself, and trying to get them to do that again would be very difficult as well. I know we really want to go back because there's an item there that Steve wants for his museum.
Badly.
And we'll have to go back at some point to get that, hopefully. So maybe, I don't know, maybe Mom can get us in there. She's the one that got us in the last time.
Polly, work your magic.
The skeleton's name is Scary Sherry. That's right.
Yep.
Scary Sherry. Got to sherry it up. Definitely t-shirts, coffee cups. I would like to do coffee cups, yeah. What do you actually think is in the Belair house? Question mark. Demonic. Steve, you want to take that one?
I think there's a lot of residual energy in the Belair house. I personally have not encountered any real heavy negative energy up until this point. I'm going to say this. I think it kind of applied, I think, for Dave, Ryan, and I as well. When we first started investigating, we started in the former West Virginia State Penitentiary. And we were used to that type of energy from inmates who wanted to kill you, who had killed other people, satanic worshipers, different things like that. You had a lot of negative energy in the prison. And correct me if I'm wrong, Dave, one of the first things we said after investigating Waverly Hills was like that was really different because we were used to just that hostile, negative, violent energy.
Yeah.
And then you investigate a place that doesn't quite have that much of energy in it. It's almost like it wasn't that intimidating. So I think for me that kind of applied to other locations I've investigated, including the Belair house. Because honestly, the energy of the Belair house, a majority of it to me, is a very positive family type of energy in it. Like I definitely believe there's activity there. There's residual quality. I believe there's some intelligent energy as well, where it's the family who just wishes to communicate with people who are nice enough to go visit them.
Yeah. I think Kristen's done a good thing there, making it a resource center where people can come in and try and communicate and do different things there.
I love the Belair house.
Yeah, I mean, there are things that you can communicate with there.
Yeah.
But in the same token, it's one of those places where, like, the first time that you go into the house, you're kind of like, wow, I wish I could buy this house because I wouldn't mind living here,
I first walked into the attic room area. First thing I thought of was like, but I would love to have my art studio up here.
Yeah, that is true. Sassy, if you want to take all of your comments and send us a message on Facebook so we can kind of read more into what you're doing, we'll be able to answer you better that way.
That would help a lot.
Yes.
Yeah.
I'm obsessed with the Titanic, Paranormal Quest hand sanitizer, Paranormal Quest toilet paper.
Unmarked hand sanitizer. We'll get stickers.
There
you go. PQ bumper stickers. Those little oval shaped ones that you get at the beach or whatever.
Yeah. Julia said, merch, t-shirts, hats, hoodies, bandanas, sweaters, pin badges, postcards, pet clothes, cups. Can't wait to see and buy the new merch. Hope you're all keeping well. We'll definitely get some of those things, Julia. We hope you're well too. Um, Put each of the boys' face on a square of toilet paper. Brian Baum said hello from Bearded Paranormal. Hello.
Think of a few other faces like to see on toilet paper.
We have a Facebook. If you go on Facebook and type in Paranormal Quest, you'll see our logo that you can see right above Steve's head there on there, and that is our Facebook page. Bumper stickers. I buy more things for my dog than myself. You know what, guys? I'm starting to come around a little bit to dogs. I never really liked animals that much. I don't know if
you just need to associate with the even-tempered dogs.
Yeah. Oh. Animals kind of freak me out a little bit, but I'm starting to come around to dogs because of Connor and India's dog, Benji.
Gabe liked you.
Yeah, he did. Gabe kind of freaked me out, though. He was
big boy. He was big.
I know a house that I lived in as a child. My dad and I used to see a lady every morning going from the old kitchen to the cellar. A few years ago, I ran into the new owners. They asked me if we've seen her. That's really cool. And you were in Braxton County, right? Ever think of doing an episode at Rolling Hills? I think I tried reaching out to Rolling Hills, and they never responded to me. That's happened to a couple of places. Benji loves Uncle Dave. Weston State Hospital has a mixture of the negative and sad energy. First place I really investigated. Yeah, Trans-Allegheny, that's a really cool place. I wish that we could afford to go there and investigate, but it comes out to close to like $2,000 once everything is all said and done, and that's just crazy. That's a lot to me. I switched accounts, but it's still just me, FYI. Welcome back, India. Bandanas. Steve, what do you think about Trans-Allegheny?
It's a gorgeous building. I would love to be able to eventually investigate it, but I just can't justify paying that much money for it. To be honest, I'm not trying to devalue it because I know they're putting a lot of money into it. They take care of the building a lot, but from my standpoint, it's a bit much.
It is. I love it though. I mean, I've been there.
1,500 maybe.
Yeah, I mean,
here's the thing. They have that, and another thing, they have that insurance situation going on. Mm-hmm. I have not been to another location that does that. You sign a waiver, you sign a release form, and you call it a day.
Yeah, it's crazy. I don't know. Even 1,500 is a bit pricey, but I mean, I know they're putting that money back into the building to try and keep it what it is.
But there's grants for that.
There are. And I mean, it's a nice building. I've done day tours there. I actually worked the haunted house there for a year, maybe two. And when I saw some of the things that they were doing during the haunted house there, that really, really, really disgusted me. So I stopped going to work their haunted house.
Like knocking out windows for slides. I had to get that in there. Sorry.
I wouldn't pay that on principle. Yeah.
Yeah.
Some places are really expensive to go to. They are. They really are. Yeah. I mean, it's just become one of those things. Like, you have these locations that, they say they charge these big amounts of money so they can put the money back into the building and keep the building alive.
But why are they still leaking?
Yeah, 70% of those buildings are still crumbling to the ground. You know what I mean? Yeah. And you don't see anything being put back into the building. And that's a lot of buildings all over the whole country. They have that same thing. Not to go on a rant, but I guess I did go on a rant. Thanks for letting us join in the convo and the conversation. Good vibes. You're welcome. Thanks for joining us in the conversation.
Yes, thank you.
Let's all cash in on some lottery tickets and win and go to Tala. I'm down for that. Wildwood Sanitarium in New York is decently priced. I can't wait for JITS to be back in action. Me either, Leanne. I'm so excited for all of this stuff to go away and be able to do JITS again.
Get back to life.
Yeah, we miss all of you guys. They have been banned in Canada. What's been banned in Canada?
Who said that?
They should do discounts for paranormal teams. That would pretty much be everybody that goes in there then. I didn't pay to investigate it. I did it back in the late 90s. I've told Dave the story of who I investigated with. Yep, that's right. I remember that. I love your YouTube show. Thank you. I'd never live in a place that bans animals and not abusing humans. Oh, wow. All right. Are you guys going to come back to Eastern North Carolina anytime soon when the stuff is over? You guys did the library in Morehead City and the old graveyard in Beaufort. I've done as well. ENC Paranormal and PQ team up. That would be cool. Yeah.
We talked about reshooting that Fort Fisher.
Yeah, that's true. That little area right there, Atlantic Beach, that's one of our favorite spots to go to. Would love to go back in the library and redo that, with how we've changed things up.
Ruddy Ducks.
Oh, man. Yeah, Brandon, have you ever been over there to Ruddy Ducks?
Philly cheesesteak?
Yeah, their cheesesteak is off the chain good. I think it was Willow's Weep that scammed all kinds of paranormal teams, says Cass Arthur. Huh. What do you mean? What did you hear about that? I sent the video to your Facebook almost 2 minutes. All right, we will check it out after the live stream, I promise. We do haunted houses at Frametown Community Center.
Oh, thank you, Karen.
That's cool. What happened?
Karen did love the live chats for $1.99.
Really? Oh, there it is. Sorry, I hadn't scrolled down that far. Thank you very much. We really appreciate that. Sorry, there was a bug in front of my face. That's the best beach. I agree.
Yeah, it's one of those beaches that I don't think a lot of people know about, but it's just perfect.
It's nice and quiet. There's good things to do, but not too many things to do.
Well, it's quiet till we get there.
Oh, that's true. Yeah. We could wake up the dead whales on the bottom of the ocean. There was a newspaper article, and the children of the owners busted the current owners for lying. Uh-oh. That's not good.
What was that about?
Willow's Weep.
What is that? I'm not seeing these messages.
I justify the cost of private investigations by the square footage. The bigger the venue, the more I'm willing to pay within reason. I can agree with that. Yeah. I mean, I'm all right up until there ends up being like a comma and the price tag, and then it's just kind of makes you kind of turn your head and look the other way. But if we ever get like a million subscribers on this channel and $1,500 for a location, wouldn't be that bad. Let's get PQ to 1 million, right, Steve?
Oh, absolutely.
Amy says, here's a question for you both. If you discovered that you had a choice once you pass of where you could go and actively haunt, out of all of the places you've investigated, which would you choose? That's a cool question.
All right.
Huh. Investigated already, or will investigate in the future? Because, yeah, I might pick the web library so I could eternally be at the beach.
I'd consider. Oh, that's tough.
The prison would be. I wouldn't last in prison, so I'm not going to go be with a bunch of prison ghosts.
Yeah, especially after all the early provocation we used to do.
Yeah.
I'm going to say there's two cemeteries I really liked.
Yeah.
I think I'd like to be outside. So either Mount Rose here in town,
Mm-hmm.
or the burying ground down in North Carolina. That
Yeah.
way you and I can hang out too, and we'll just maybe just swap locations.
Yeah, the burying grounds, that was a really cool place. That doesn't get talked about enough.
No,
Steve, how is the museum going? Says Dennis.
it's doing good. It's been quiet. There was actually a loud like knocking, like a bang sound here when we were setting up for the video, but it's been pretty quiet since.
If anyone can help these guys out, please do. They do real investigations. I want to help, but I support 2 youth groups right now. That's awesome, Jennifer, that you are supporting those youth groups. And you're supporting us just by being in here and commenting. It really helps us out. So I was late, so I missed the demonic possession conversation. I mean, the conversation about demonic possession is still ongoing. We're just waiting for some comments here that tie into it, and Steve's going to bring out a couple of different items here in just a minute that we're going to discuss that may or may not have ties to partial or full demonic possession or things of that nature.
Yes.
Where is the one place you would never investigate? Maybe like a haunted zoo or something because of the animals. I don't know.
It would have to be an area for me that was like really, really close quarters. Because I've noticed the older I've gotten, I don't like confined spaces that much. So if I was 18, back that era of my life, I'd probably go do any location. But it's the fear of getting like held down, like stuck and dying in like a cave or something.
Stacy says you guys should have way more subs than you do. I don't understand why. I would agree with you, Stacy. Well, and the not understanding why part. I don't get it. We've tried diligently for 10 years to try and build up our subscribers. We're thankful and happy for the ones that we do have.
Absolutely.
I
think that has a lot to do with the fact that we don't sugarcoat how we investigate. We don't try to, we don't try to knowingly or unintentionally, put out false evidence.
No. I mean, what's the point? You know what I mean?
I think I'd be the next person on TV.
Yeah, I mean, as long as you're faking stuff on your YouTube channel and you get a TV show out of it, good for you. That's all it's about.
Yeah,
I'm just kidding, by the way. What is on the table behind Steve? We'll be getting to that in just a minute. Tamara says, "Cool, I'm in time." Welcome, Tamara. And if you guys look, you can see that Tamara's name. Well, I don't know if it is for you guys or not, but it is in green. And there's a few other on here that their name is in green. Amy and there's a couple other ones in here. I'd have to scroll up. Leanne and a couple other ones. The reason that their text is green and that they have those cool little emojis beside their names is because they joined the PQ memberships.
Yep.
And over there we do private live streams and behind the scenes footage, special personal shout out videos and stuff like that for you guys. And if anybody's interested in doing that, you can just go to our channel, youtube.com/Paranormal Quest, and hit the join button. All right, back to the comments here. Bring out the haunted items. We'll get there in just a minute, I promise.
Yep.
These guys can't be bought. That's why I think they are slept on. I like that. People seem to prefer over-the-top fakers, and that's the T, sis. I would have to agree with that, yeah.
I like how you put that. That's the T. That's awesome. I've never heard it put that way before.
I mean, like, it's just going to take my glasses off for a minute. Holy crap. But you get on to these YouTube channels, and you just see... I cannot, I'm even at a loss for words for it. Like, I can't grasp how somebody can click on some of these, and I'm just going to go ahead and say it, some of these Florida boys YouTube channels, and then they click on it, and they're watching it, and they believe it. I do not get that.
I mean, that and a lot of it comes down to marketing in a way. You know, these people that are getting all these views and stuff, one, you know, I'll flat out say it, you know, they're visually more appealing than some other people with other groups out there. So that's going to be the whole, I hate to say it, sex sells situation.
Yeah.
You know, and that's just a part of it. You know, you look at any commercial, say cars or whatever products on your TV. You know what I mean? It's just the way it is. And unfortunately, you know, and there's not a lot of the groups out there. I'm saying this to give you and Ryan mad respect. You know, there's not a lot of other YouTube channels out there, even shows on TV that have the quality of visual and audible quality that the episodes do. And I say that because Ryan and Dave covered the editing process, you know, for PQ. So. And it's funny, Sarcastic Mary said, just put some boobs on the skull, you know?
I mean, sadly, I mean, it's true.
We've had a couple producers talk to us in the past, and they said, would you be interested in adding a female to the group? You know, it's nothing that we don't respect that, but...
Yeah, it's not like a sexist thing. It's just...
we have our own chemistry.
Yeah. And I mean, you guys have seen over the years that we've done investigations with guest investigators, and other than my mom and Renee,
which we learned from Polly,
yeah,
much, you know,
it's just that connection thing, and you know, other than those two, we don't nearly get as much if we do a guest investigator. Dennis says putting out false evidence just hurts everyone in the field.
Absolutely,
yes. Dave definitely didn't fake it when he was possessed. I don't know if I was possessed. I still don't know. I think about that a lot. I think maybe I was just more heavily affected by whatever entity was in there. I don't know. I go back and forth about it, but no, I didn't fake that. As soon as I catch a paranormal channel for fakery, I lose interest immediately. Me too.
Absolutely.
Come on now. Stacy Reese became a new member. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
We really appreciate that, Stacy. Thank you so much. I have been on the Journeys events, and they are very good events for all, and I love them. Thank you, Tammy. Oh, I know why I recognize your name now. Yeah. Thank you for coming out and supporting the Journeys into the Supernatural events. We will get those back up and running after all of this stops.
Yep.
Cass says, I cannot stand Zach Bagan. I don't think you're alone there, Cass. We have awesome content. Thank you very much. As a Central Florida resident, I completely understand who you're referring to. It's cheap and misleading, so thank you for keeping it real. You're welcome, Jackie. Explain the sneeze. Allergy season, man. It's rough this year.
Yeah, amen for allergies. I can't remember the last morning that I didn't wake up with a monstrous headache.
I don't know. It's crazy this year. Yes, Amy, I agree with that. You can always call them out.
Sarcastic Mary Jason is off making the personal time ASMR.
Oh, man. All right. So, good sites like this offset the fake ones. Well, thank you, Tim. We appreciate that. We don't really see a need to film fake things or upload fake things or edit fake things into our episodes, which we have seen another Florida channel literally, just used Adobe After Effects to insert a shadow into one of their episodes, and it's one of those things. And I hate to say that, but
how obvious can it be that it's fake?
Right. Yeah.
That the time where something allegedly sat on another other item.
Yeah.
I laugh about it, but it really irritates me.
It is super irritating, and to be honest with you guys, before this whole quarantine thing happened, if some of those channels like what we're talking about upload something new, we literally grab some food, sit down and watch it just to have a laugh because it's so fake.
True. Which is why people hate us, apparently.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of people hate us, and you're right.
We're happy, so I mean that's all that matters.
Yeah. The video where the guy gets pushed into the wall and collapses. I almost peed my pants. Yeah, that was.
Where was that one? Was that the one group?
I'll send it to you after this.
Yeah.
But the main guy says, "Oh, look how hard he hit his head against the wall," but he didn't even hit his head against the wall. Yeah. Let me see what Brandon said here. So back to the demonic stuff. Sorry. Had a personal investigation a couple of months back, and it was a case with a succubus. Constantly the name in Latin came up, and a person being basically touched/harassed. Thoughts?
Basically, some kind of person.
What name? I
Name.
don't really understand.
Maybe the name of the person or the name of the demon. Maybe I don't know. Knowledge is personal.
Steve, do you want to get one of the items out, and we can talk about that?
Brandon, real quick. That sounds like it. If that, is a demonic situation, which it sounds like you believe it is. That might be oppression at most, in my opinion. All right, too much. Again, I wasn't there, so I'm just going by with what information you gave us. So would you? Okay, yeah, we'll do that. Which one do you think I should get out first, Dave?
Let's do the cabin item.
Okay, I'm gonna put a black glove on because it'll show up better.
Okay.
Okay. Why don't you fill them in about that?
All right. So if you guys remember on the channel, maybe a year or two ago, we did the Cursed Cabin series. And when we were filming the Cursed Cabin, we had two guest investigators with us, Renee and my mom, Polly, were with us. Now, Renee had on a jacket for maybe the whole night. She had the same jacket on.
That's interesting.
She didn't have anything in her pockets except for a vape pen or something like that in her pocket. And we were investigating down in the basement. And towards the end of the night, or maybe it was the end of the night, she had put her hands into her pocket and she pulled out a coin. And she had never put the coin into her pocket. We never saw the coin while we were there at the prison, at the cabin.
Felt like one.
It did, yeah. So we had no idea where this coin came from. And eventually Steve got to looking at it, and it was an Israeli coin.
And
a few days after that, when we got back, Renee had a medical emergency, and she went to the hospital, and they checked her out and said there was nothing wrong, and she still believes that it had something to do with that coin.
It acted like it was a heart attack.
Yeah, it was crazy.
She had apparently she said she had all the signs of a heart attack. And like Dave said, she went to the hospital, and the doctor said that she was perfectly fine.
Yeah, it was crazy.
But here's the coin.
So Steve kept the coin naturally and put it in his museum.
And I can't remember verbatim, but there's actual scripture where 5 shekels is meant to buy protection for somebody of some sort. I can't remember in detail what that was, but I was doing a little bit of research about it. And then here's the back of it. Yeah.
So Steve, do you think that it's possible to have like a demonic attachment to an item like that, where if someone were to come in contact with it, that it could have that sort of negative effect on her?
I believe it's possible. I don't believe. I personally don't believe in, especially with demonic entities, or however you look at it. I personally do not believe they can be bound. From again, my belief structure, that's not scriptural. But you can combat them to protect yourself and protect loved ones through scripture. I believe this item here definitely does. It definitely has an energy on it, like around it, attached to it. I do believe this was. I believe this was intended to be more protection. Like another entity there was trying to help her by protecting her.
Oh, okay, so kind of the opposite.
The more that I've had this coin, and I keep it right here on my desk.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I don't feel anything. I don't feel any of that heavy negative energy like we felt at the cabin.
Oh, okay.
And from my experience, from what I remember, she got rid of the coin, and then after the coin is when she had health issues.
I don't remember exactly how the timeline of that.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to check that out, but as I recall, I think that was the order of things. So by her getting rid of it or giving it to us, to me, I think the intent of it being a protective item was removed from her possession that way.
Can you show it one more time?
Yeah.
So that is the coin there, guys, that like my mom said, when she actually initially found the coin, Renee, it was really corroded and everything, and Steve cleaned it up so we could research it a little bit.
Pocket lint, stuff like it.
So if you go back and watch the Cursed Cabin series, you will see that coin. I think it's at the end of part 2 and part 3.
Yeah, pretty sure.
We're gonna show another item or two, and then but I want to pop into the comments real quick and see what people are thinking.
I've got 3 more, however many we want to use.
Mrs. Bungle 78 says, "I know you don't like to answer this in writing, so now you can just nod and shake your head. Did Paranormal Files make you stop saying stay spooky? Do we care? Are they trash? Do we care? No."
Oh my god. It's like we didn't even realize it. It's such a typical thing to say.
I don't know. I'll maybe one day I'll just post, the actual correspondence.
Oh yeah, that would be interesting.
Maybe you'll add 1,000,000 subs. I'll post the actual correspondence. I just rewatched the Cabin series last night, says Julie. That's awesome. Ryan and I did too when we were doing a quality check on some of the episodes that we're doing something with. Stay tuned with that. Nah, I don't believe this. What don't you believe, Lucinda? The Coin just watched it last night. Oh, that's cool. Sounds like a lot of you guys are rewatching the Cursed Cabin series. That's awesome.
Why am I missing
Steve and Dave, how hard was it to go in and investigate by yourself in the places you just did? I'm sure you were used to having each other, that it scared you a ton. It was different. I mean, we normally when we film, we do solo missions. Sometimes they make them into the episode, sometimes they don't. So for me, it was kind of no different than that. But if you notice throughout the episodes, some of them have like a lack of evidence, and I think that is because, and we've the four of us have discussed this before, is that when we get together, there's just kind of this energy with all of us together, and I don't know, it amps it up when we all get together.
Right. Agreed.
And
also, I believe it's being at the right place at the right time.
Yeah, that is true. I mean, you could investigate the same building 500 times and only have one night where something happens. Yeah. Christiane said, sorry for being late. No problem. Welcome to the chat. Excellent episode. I highly recommend the Cabin ones. I agree. And I'm way behind here. Sorry, guys.
Maybe that's why I thought mine was lagging, because I'm like, I don't know where you are.
That was a really intriguing series. Nancy said, longest time fan here. How's it going, Nancy? You have been a fan for a long time. Thank you. Again, guys, if you post a comment on here and we don't see it, just post it again, because as you can tell, it's getting kind of backed up here. I think I recall a video where she was, I don't know. Oh, I think I recall the video where she was talking about her medical issues since the Cabin, and that was the episode that the coin was given to Steve. Yes. Love the show. Where else did it come from? If you're talking about the coin, we don't know where it came from.
Yeah, it just showed up.
Yeah. Justin Brown said, I find the phenomenon concerning pennies and coins manifesting and being levitated is fascinating. I have experienced it many times. That's cool. I had never experienced anything. Not that it happened to me, but I had never seen or heard that happening before. Give us a rap. I cannot rap. I'm sorry. Jackie Williams said, Steve, is your private collection, which is awesome, or are your visitors allowed to your museum?
Absolutely. Yeah, well, unfortunately, with the health crisis going on, I would be on my normal tour hours, seasonal tour hours now. Basically, whenever the first moment that I'm allowed to have my business open, I'm going to have it open.
Yeah, unfortunately, Steve fell under that non-essential business thing and had to.
I'm not. Hear that, guys? Everyone thinks you're non-essential. Yeah.
Fun fact: Paranormal no longer own the rights to Stay Spooky. Someone go out and buy it. Like to support this channel. Paranormal Files sucks. I didn't say it.
I didn't say it either.
Guys, I've come a long way. I appreciate your craft. Thank you. One side of the 5 shekel coin looks like an owl face or a ram's horn. Mrs. Bungle says they did it to somebody else. I'm not going to say their name. Just don't want to cause anything.
Yeah.
I swear both of y'all said it longer. It's so pathetic. It really is, yeah. I mean, we started saying it in like 2010. What are your thaughts on a Dybbuk box? If you just feel if you feel that a spirit cannot be contained. Just wondering.
Uh,
Go ahead.
What about a Dybbuk box? I just missed that.
Yeah, it was. Let me find it again. What are your thoughts on a Dybbuk box? If you feel that a spirit cannot be contained, just wondering.
To me, a Dybbuk box is just another item that potentially can have energy attached to it. Again, it kind of falls into the whole marketing thing that a lot of TV shows like to do. You know, if you say, "Look at this haunted wine cabinet," they're like, "Oh, that's cool." Look at this haunted wine cabinet / Dybbuk box that has a demon inside of it. People will pay money for that. I'm not pointing any fingers.
Yeah, I'm about to drop $40 to come and look at it.
Yeah.
Karen says if we want, that wasn't a smart aleck response, by the way. That was
no. It's just it's another item that potentially could have energy attached to it, whether it be residual or intelligent.
Karen said if we want to watch an episode more than once, does it still count towards views? Yes, it absolutely does.
Mm-hmm.
And one of the things, guys, that helps the most on these channels is if you go to the video and just simply click the thumbs up button on the video. So if you want to help support the channel, you can do that. Go through all the videos and just hit the thumbs up button. Yes, Amy, I would agree with that. Have a good day. Bye. Bye, Lucinda.
Hey, take care, Lucinda.
See you later, Stacy. Thanks for becoming a member. We really appreciate it. I have been on an investigation where it is an old theater and the first group got almost nothing, but the next group had a lot happen. Yeah, I mean, that happens a lot.
Right place at the right time.
Mm-hmm. Let's see. Most Haunted is on live now on YouTube. Go catch them cheating. Huh. Most Haunted was an entertaining show to watch just for.
That's that old one from England, right, or whatever.
Yeah, it's fun to watch because you know that it's not real, and they've even admitted that it's not real. Yeah. If they admit it, I have no problem, watching it.
It's for entertainment purposes.
Mm-hmm. Has Steve read Kenny Biddle's article about certain items in his museum, like the foot book and the executioner's cap?
Yes, I have, Justin. He actually sent me a copy of that before he released it. I agree, and with some of his, he and Tim's findings, we were able to kind of add a little bit more to the history onto the items and stuff like that. I do believe that there's a few things that I have a difference of opinion on. But all in all, Kenny was a great guy, very professional. Getting to meet him and stuff like that, how he does things, I was able to learn a lot as well. But again, with the foot book, that night when we were doing the hydrogen peroxide testing on it, it didn't really show signs of being blood per se with that attempt, but also it was a very, very old sample. And again, he did point out in his finding that my friend Gary, who's a fire chief here in town, from his opinion, of course, we didn't do a experiment with it, but from his opinion, he said it did look like blood. But we did find out, interesting enough, that we were able to get a hold of the guy's name who's inside the book, and he said that it was written in his grandmother's writing, and he did live directly next door to the house that the murders took place in. There's also a very minute window of possibility that somehow, some way, the book may or may not have ended up in the other house, because the guy who Kenny and I both spoke to that night said that his dad did have a yard sale during the time frame, I believe, roughly when the other family would have been living in that house. So it's an interesting chain of events with the foot book. The executioner's cap, basically, as I knew beforehand when I got it, I wasn't buying it from a professional collector. To me, the information that I was given through the source that I purchased it from, it kind of added up with a lot of the other research that I had previously done, because I was looking at on and off for the cap. Actually, Dave can attest to that. Ryan can attest to that. We're always eyeballing, eBay and different pages like that for anything pertaining to the prison. So, a lot of what the lady said who had the cap that I purchased the cap from, a lot of what she said made a lot of sense from a lot of the, unfortunately, it was word of mouth information that I got from ex-officers, and then that it pretty much is the cap, that goes to West Virginia State Penitentiary. The only thing that he found that was really odd, I forget the word, there wasn't an attachment on top of the cap that the cable would have screwed to. But then again, I also implied that the chair were made inside the prison, so they weren't purchased from an actual company who professionally made those items. So there's a lot of room for the possibility that the cap and or the chair would not quite match up with what you would typically expect to see from an item that would have been, in other ways, might have been purchased from a company.
Cool deal. Yeah. While in quarantine, are you guys planning or lining up new locations? We are, yeah. We've got a couple of locations after all of this ends that we're going to hopefully be able to film in back in my hometown and kind of do a little series with that. So keep an eye out for that. Viva has entered the chat. How's it going, Viva? Karen says, Dusty or with Steve on any of John Wayne Gacy paintings? I'm not sure what that means.
Dusty.
Chrissy says, hey, Dave and Steve, hello.
And back to Kenny Biddle real quick, Justin. He and Tim are planning on coming back too. So I mean, one thing that I like to think that I do, and compared to other people who collect haunted items, I don't mind skeptics coming in and doing their own approach to things. That's how research should be done. Even if you're an open paranormal researcher, you should approach any investigation, any haunted item or whatever, through a skeptic lens. That's how you're going to learn. By if you want to hopefully see if something's haunted, you want to try to disprove it. And if you get to the point where you can't 100%, say the item is not haunted or the area is not haunted, then you're actually helping prove the fact that potentially there is some paranormal activity there.
Absolutely. Tried to give Granddad a necklace, but couldn't find it. After he passed, we were on the plane, and I found it in my pocket.
That's interesting.
That's kind of cool. Going to get Dave back home for a little bit. Cannot wait. That's right. We got a bunch of locations that we're going to film at. Hopefully, fingers crossed, and can't wait for that. So, Steve, do you want to bring out another item?
Yeah, we'll do this one real quick. This one here, and I don't know where the readout is, but I remember a bulk of it. Right here, this cross, and of course there's a glare. Let me just do it this way. Of course, I use Gorilla Tape.
Steve is opening the item to show you guys.
Because there's a glare.
Hi from London. Hello. Steve, what would be your oldest item?
Well, I do have what's called a I don't know where it is though. It's called a nutting stone, and that was found here in the Moundsville area. So that basically I feel would be the oldest one because it would date back to like when the Native Americans were still in the area here.
Oh yeah, that wicker cooling casket that you have is pretty old too, isn't it?
Yeah, that's from the Gettysburg area. That's from the Civil War era.
Cool.
This cross right here. This was donated by a friend of mine, Steve Wojtek. He and a friend, or he by himself, this past year was up investigating the Hinsdale House up in New York. And as he was leaving, this lady stopped him in the street, flagged him down in the street, and gave him this cross. And she said this cross was making her daughter feel very uncomfortable within the house. And he asked her the information. He's like me, you know, what's the story behind it? And this house was used during an exorcism of a member of her family.
Oh, wow.
The family was supposed to keep the cross because it was supposed to help, you know, they were told by the priest to ward away, to keep away the negative entity that was attacking I believe their son. But then they started feeling uncomfortable around the cross, so they gave the cross to her because they didn't want to keep it out of the family. They just didn't want it to be in the house. So she had it for a while, and then all of a sudden her daughter started feeling spiritually unsafe as well. And she told him, I saw you drive up to the Hinsdale house, so I knew you were into paranormal stuff. And that's when he was leaving. She made sure to flag him down to give him this cross. So this cross here was reportedly used, and to my knowledge, a successful exorcism.
That's crazy. I didn't even know that you had that.
Yeah, I have the write out somewhere around here. It's not very neat.
Oh, does Steve have a John Wayne Gacy painting?
No, I do not. I do have a drawing of one of the West Virginia State Penitentiary's most ruthless gang members, Danny Spider Lehman, which to my knowledge is one of the few pieces of artwork of his that's actually outside of the prison, because all the artwork up until that point I had seen was actually painted on the prison walls.
Is that easily accessible to show, Steve?
Yeah.
So Steve is grabbing a piece of artwork by one of the most notorious violent inmates at the prison real quick for you guys.
It's a real thin paper. It's like colored pencil. Oh hell! Try to get without the computer screen.
That's awesome.
She's like a lady with a cowboy outfit on playing the piano, and his signature's right down here. 1983. Now, the lady I got this off of, her mother used to be a nurse at Reynolds, and Danny had varicose veins really bad, so he had to go to Reynolds a lot to get them taken care of, and he got to be friends with my friend's mother, and they became pen pals. So he actually did this picture up for her. So,
that's awesome.
And this is Danny right here. That's Danny. This right here is Governor Arch Moore. This was done while he led negotiations for the demands of the 86 prison riot.
Very cool.
This guy here, unfortunately, was it November? It's been a while since I've done tours. November 26, 1986. I know it was November 1986. He was attacked and killed. He was attacked, but ultimately died in North Hall on A side by multiple inmates. And according to my friend who gave me that picture, her mom was working the day because Danny actually lived till he got to the hospital. Even though he had multiple times, he had a stab wound through his left eye and everything. It was really, really messed up. But he survived till he got to the hospital. And at first, they were not going to let her mom in to see him because they knew that they were close friends. But eventually, the doctor allowed her to go into the room that Danny was in, and Danny died holding her hand. So she was talking to Danny as Danny died.
That's awesome.
So it's pretty crazy.
All right, I'm going to jump over to comments here really quick. Let's see. I got a vibration feeling when you were showing the cross. Do you feel a warmth or vibration from it?
I have in the past.
I hope we don't see that brick. I hate that thing. Didn't you gentlemen at one point have something from Harry Powers? Yeah, that's crazy because on one of our many online escapades hunting for different things, I stumbled across and if you don't know who Harry Powers is, he is a serial killer that they called Bluebeard from my hometown in Clarksburg, West Virginia, and he spent time at the penitentiary there. And I happened to stumble upon this photograph that had been a part of his personal possession. It was inside of a trunk that he kept with his person, and and Steve's got it right there. I think he's gonna show it.
I've been meaning to go make a copy of it so I could just show the copy in the prison section and then archive the original to keep it safe, but I have a whole stack of stuff I need to do that.
Now, while he's opening that up,
I'm down to money.
And then, the reason that Steve has it now is because I traded it to him for a very nice piece of artwork that he did for me. 2 pieces of artwork, yes. Yes, so that painting picture right there was in his personal possession, and they believe that was one of his victims that they never found, right?
Right. The whole information at the back of it's right here.
Very cool piece. You guys all have to stop into the museum there and check that out.
I'll have this on the back all typed out along with the actual photograph. And I may or may not have graves or grave sod from Harry Powers' grave and sod that Dave picked up from the murder farm. Yeah,
so the area where all of his murders took place it is just an open field now, and I stopped in there to get a sod sample for Steve. And at one point, like Mom said, there we used to have access where we could go down and actually investigate the farm. It was pretty creepy. But now I've got a surprise for you guys. We've got a surprise guest here, waiting in the shadows beyond the veil. And he is ready to come on board here. So everybody say hello to... I was going to try and make a joke, but I couldn't think of anybody. There he is.
Holy crap, it's Jason.
How's it going, fellers? How's it going, everybody?
What's going on, sir?
Going?
Hey, not too bad. I'm like John Fogerty. I'm just looking out my back door watching it rain.
That's awesome. I don't think it's raining up here.
I can't see out my windows. Doesn't sound like it.
Just a little bit. Just a little bit. Everybody is ready for you, Jason, to do some ASMR.
A little bit of ASMR. Spring break. It's time for spring break, folks. Time for some ASMR spring break.
That's right. The velvet voice.
Velvet voice.
That's right. from the Velvet Underground.
That's right.
Easy now, easy.
Let's say.
All right. So, just need a guitar. That's right. I don't know if you can see the comments or not, Jason, but everyone is saying hello to you,
Let me see.
giving you a nice warm welcome there.
Hey, I see it now. Hey.
Does
Hello, everybody.
Steve sell his paintings? Yes, Steve does commissions and things like that. Jason, tell everybody a story. They want to know a story.
Oh,
What's your greatest, darkest memory of investigating?
oh gosh. I'll just go with what comes to the top of my mind right off. I would say, because I've been watching for a little while, and y'all been talking about the cabin. And honestly, right off the top of my head, I would say certainly in recent times, the darkest moment investigating was at the cabin whenever I got scratched. Yeah. I mean, you could hear in the episode, I used some language. It definitely took me in the moment, I was not ready for it. Something of that intensity to take place, but that definitely brought it home since, it physically attacked me. That was probably my darkest moment, I would have to say right now.
That's awesome. That was a messed up place. I really hope we can get back in there just one more time before it's gone.
Oh, yeah.
Because it's gone.
All I need is one more time.
That's right.
Yeah. Yeah,
artifact.
Steve's gonna get that artifact he wants from there.
Right. I have a feeling I know what that is, Steve. I think I know what you want.
Just say we need to take it to your vehicle.
That's right. Yeah.
Angelique said hello to everybody. How's it going?
Hello to everybody.
Good evening.
All right. I think we're caught up on the comments there. Steve.
I think so. Sir.
There's another item behind you.
There's actually two.
That a lot of people don't like, including myself.
Put them on for this one.
You want to bring out that item?
Yes. I'm putting gloves on, not because I'm afraid. It's not because I'm afraid of the item. It's because it's dusty.
He's scared.
EDI down here.
Don't touch the EDI, Steve.
Hey, now.
Thing's an antique, man.
Yes.
There it is. So, Steve, do you want to tell everybody what that item is?
Well, Dave, this is a brick.
Huh.
This specific brick, I'm sorry, came from the Moon River Brewery investigation. I personally removed this item from the brick circle. If and when you watch the episode, Moon River Brewery, or was it called the most haunted city in America?
Yeah, the most haunted city in America episode.
I removed this from a circle that one of the employees of the Moon River Brewery had made in order to do his Ouija board sessions. And personally, I believe this right here, the circle he made, opened up a definite doorway or portal, whatever you want to call it. And I removed this one from the very center of that circle too. And two different times involving either Moon River and or this brick, we've actually heard hissing sounds that anyway, so like see especially in the part 2 when it was first taken out of the shipping box because we shipped it from Savannah to my house. I never opened it. And in the video, you can actually see where we have the documentation proving that it was this brick that was shipped up here.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a very heavy energy, a very dark energy attached to this brick. And I want to flat out say I'm going to put it in one of my, at least in the top 5 most charged / negative artifacts that I have.
Yeah, it's creepy. It and a lot of people might just think, oh, it's just a stupid brick. But I mean, when you get around that item, it's very charged. It's weird.
Yeah. It can be pretty intimidating.
Yeah, we had a lot of weird stuff happen when we originally opened that, like you said. Dave, how do you feel when you go near the brick? Uneasy. Kevin, if you have a problem with it, man, you can just leave the chat here, bud. I mean, I'm just tired of people like that. If you have a problem with it, just leave, man.
That's right.
Go troll somewhere else. Hey, go troll Paranormal Files.
Yeah.
We've got a list. We'll just send it over to you.
Of course. Yeah. I mean, personally, as somebody who went through something dealing with the stupid effing brick, there is some energy attached to that stupid effing brick. And whether you effing believe it or not, you'll have to effing go to Steve's effing museum and effing, find out for yourself.
Yeah.
And
if you do start drama here at my museum, we'll have a nice conversation.
But I mean, you might just not be into it. But anyway, yeah. Anyway, the brick.
It wasn't being fun. Noah play on.
It's all about the key brick, guys.
Now I'm confused. No,
Hey, Dan, he's downstairs.
It's all about that key brick.
Who's he talking to? Noah play on nutting.
I don't know.
I wasn't being funny.
What took you guys so long to come back?
I'm confused.
Not sure what you mean there. We've been back for a long time. We've been consistently posting stuff on the channel and whatnot.
Oh, I think if I'm understanding right, he says, no, I'm not being funny means he's not being sarcastic about the brick.
Okay.
I don't know.
Not then. Yeah, I think we're all confused.
We'll just hit the reset button and we'll start from scratch on that one. Because I'm confused. It's not a happy brick.
Hey, Julia.
I don't know how to nut. Sarcastic Mary. It's funny.
Oh, wow.
Did Steve hear a growling noise whilst holding the brick?
No, I heard like a foot shuffling sound in the doorway, which is right behind the computer here. Like there's a certain sound when someone walks up to the doorway here. There's a little bit of a threshold, and it has like a weird sound, and that's what I heard.
Steve, can you show the nutting stone so they know what it is?
Oh, okay. Maybe that's what they were referring to. Remember where I put it.
Everybody wants Jason to read scary stories from Reddit.
Well, the question is should I read it like this or should I read it in the ASMR voice, just like this, a little bit, like real light, and maybe do like a creepypasta type thing,
Yeah, let's do
it. Yep. Yeah, forgot where I put it. Here, then there's some. Great. Damn it, right here.
So describe what that is to everybody, Steve.
Well, for my limited knowledge of these, they would use them to like grind up corn or grind up herbs and stuff like that. I'm sure they could have been a multi-purpose type of tool. But there was a family here in town that said that this just showed up on their front porch. They don't know who left it there, or how certain situation, but they were also conveying that they had a lot of unwanted paranormal activity in their house. They didn't, but we did get this out of it. So they did donate this piece to the museum. So,
Yes. So, has Steve ever been hesitant or nervous about touching a haunted item?
no, not really. Viva says it looks like a hagstone. What exactly is a hagstone, Viva? That's new to me. I'm not sure what that. I'm not heard of that.
Did Steve ever find out where the mysterious brick he found in his car was from?
No, I so have it here in the same bag.
I don't think he'll ever figure out where that came from, to be honest, with all of the haunted items in his vehicle there.
I don't think I remember that.
It's in a brown paper Chipotle bag. It was in the back seat on the floor, or in the back of my car on the floor.
Oh wow! And this was basically,
it's a half of one. It's like, it's not like half. I don't know. It's weird.
So I'm getting a private message here. Someone told me that as soon as Steve went to pick up the brick, the audio on the feed started messing up.
That's interesting.
Yeah.
Cool stone. Gotta go by. See you later, Angeli.
Have a good one.
So what other item do you have there, Steve?
The other one I had was a cross that was donated by my friend Antonio Gum.
Mm-hmm.
And this one is from Midlothian, Maryland. The case was in Midlothian, Maryland, and it was a exorcism done at a home. This cross was actually hanging on the wall of the bedroom that the exorcism took place in. There's Ryan.
Oh, look
Hello.
who it is.
Hello, everyone. Sorry about that. I was talking to Mr. Marty Mays on the phone.
Well, how is Mart?
He says hello and he sends his love, and so does Ginger.
Man, reflect it right back.
Yeah. So now you guys have all four of us. This was not planned.
No.
Hello, Deborah Rands. Hey, everybody. How's everybody doing there? I heard you guys down here, and I saw you were live streaming. I was just on the phone there for a few hours, so. And you know who else is here with me? Hopefully she's in a better mood now.
She does not look like it. She's very ticked off. Hello, Julie in the UK.
That's what she said, Viva.
The whole squad is here. That is correct.
That's right, the whole goon squad.
The fire guy. That's right. If you guys didn't know, we had a movie that came out a couple years ago that can't be found anywhere now.
For many various reasons.
The whole squad is here
It's a long
now.
story.
Nova. She looks so
Well,
fluffy.
for one various reason. But
Hello from Missouri.
hey, everybody, what are we talking about in here? What are we doing? What's life like?
I have a painting from the 1800s that makes my daughter sick. I love it and don't want to give it up. Do you have any advice?
Yeah, I'll take it. Where's the picture hanging at? I mean, is it like in the living room? Is it an area where she's at a lot of the time too? in my. What the person who asked? Okay. I mean, does it really bother her?
It makes you sick.
Makes her okay. I didn't see that part. Okay.
Nutting is the topic of the day.
Shut up, Ryan.
That wasn't me. That was Paranormal Encounters. Just reading comments off here.
I would just kind of play it by ear, Candace. I mean, if it's making her sick, is there another part of the house you could like display it where it's not going to be around her? Maybe is it when she sees it, or is she just around it? Is when she gets sick.
Famous last words, Viva. I didn't do anything.
Maybe we should bring Viva and Paranormal Encounters on as well.
Heck yeah.
Ladies.
But then Candace, I would just maybe display it in an area where she's just not going to look at it. I mean, if you're wanting to, keep that painting in your household, then maybe pick out a spot that she wouldn't normally make eye contact with it.
Yeah. It's tough, Sometimes art's so good it makes you sick.
Yeah.
A lot of people were asking about Steve's art and if they could be able to see it and check it out somewhere. Steve, what do you think?
I have one here. Most of mine are, once I'm done with them, I mail them out.
Yeah, Steve's paintings, they sell pretty quick once he gets them done. But you do commissions and things, right, Steve?
Yeah. Hey, why don't you show them that It painting I did for you?
Let me see if I can get up to get it. Hold on.
Oh.
My leg is asleep.
Oh.
Oh.
Ow.
Got a little bit of sand in his leg, folks.
Nova. Oh my gosh. Let me just get them all, Steve. How about that? There you go.
All right.
He's just gonna get them all.
It's going to be a part PQ podcast, part art exhibition.
Mm-hmm. I'm sure you drink that pop.
Right. A little bit of Coca-Cola.
You get some Coca-Cola. I'll get some Dr. Pepper.
All right.
Hey, there it is.
What happened?
It did not stand up like I thought it would. All right. So this is the first one that Steve has done for me. That was an interesting noise that Dave made. I make a lot of weird noises, guys. So this is the first one that Steve did for me.
Depicting Prospect Place. I mean,
That is the Headless Horseman, which is kind of an inside joke to our Prospect Place episode. Ooh, ah.
ooh.
I'm scared. Let's see if he'll hold it. Scary
Come on,
Sherry.
Sherry.
Tell her to get with the program.
Whoa. Slamming doors. Well, he grabbed the next painting if he has one to grab. Let me show you this. For those of you that are interested. Steve is also an author.
Oh, God.
He writes poetry, and here is his book that is for sale on Amazon. Stephen Hummel, Shades of Ether and Hints of Madness, Poems in Shorthand. If anybody's interested in poetry, definitely go check that out. So, it's got a lot of cool poems in there. I've read quite a few of them. Definitely some of them very creepy. Really put you in the mood for ghost hunting.
Yeah, a lot of them were based off of places we've been to together.
Yep.
Investigating, and off certain energy off items and stuff like that I have.
Yes, Steve is multi-talented, that is for sure. So here is another painting. This is one of my favorites that Steve has ever done. He didn't do this one for me, but as soon as I saw it, I knew I had to buy it. And this is one of his abstract paintings that he did.
I want to start doing more of those again.
Don't know if you can see it.
You can.
Mhm.
Kind of reminds me of like, I don't know, 'cause the way the white comes down, it reminds me of like a spine. So it kind of reminds me of like a hanging carcass, if that makes sense.
Watch bug.
A squash bug. I'm kind of morbid and weird, so that was why it kind of reminded me of a hanging carcass.
So there's that one.
Queen, Scotland, or Queen Face Scotland, or Queen said, "Read one for us out loud, please, Steve. One of your poems."
I don't have the book here.
He does not have the book there. And so this is another one that I think this was part of the deal that Steve and I made.
Yeah, because there was the It and then the Nightmare Before Christmas.
Yeah, so there's this one that Steve did for me. I'm a big fan of this movie. I have been since I was a child, not since it became hip to like it. But
Yes, because this is Halloween.
Back it up a little bit.
Now I want to watch the movie.
A little bit. There you go. Now you can see the whole thing.
so there's that one. Definitely a fave. You can see Jack and Zero on there.
And do you remember the dispute with Zero? Do you remember that? Because Steve, while he was painting this, he had to do intense research. We were talking about this the other day on
About the nose.
Yeah, was that the 12-hour podcast we were talking about the Mandela effect?
Can't remember that podcast or
Or
stream.
live stream, the 12-hour live stream. Anyway, I don't know if anybody knows that. Here, let me see that for a second.
Absolutely, Paranormal Encounters. Corpse Bride is my favorite, all-time favorite.
I don't know if you guys can see that or not, but sorry. I had no idea when he gave Dave this painting that Zero, his nose is a pumpkin. Did anybody else remember that about the movie?
Mm.
I always thought it was just like a red dot. Right? Isn't that how everybody else remembered it?
Yeah, just like a red dot. Mm-hmm.
But apparently it was a pumpkin.
He has a little pumpkin nose. And the last painting that I have a ton of Steve's paintings, but the last one that I'm going to show is
You have more of my paintings than my mom does.
really? Oh, wow.
Hey, thanks.
Thank you, Tammy. Tammy's name. Thank you.
Thank you for the super chat. That'll help us out a lot.
Yeah, hey, Ron.
Hey, what's going on, Ron?
Hello, Ron. So a few years ago, they did a remake of the the Pennywise It the Clown movies, and I have loved that movie since I was a kid too. It was the first movie that I ever saw as a child.
Oh, hey, thank you, Dazzler.
Don't blame that on my mom. I watched it at a friend's house.
And that is the original Tim Curry version there. That's not the new version.
Yeah, I was going for the old one, but I put the whole background like the balloons and stuff, which I technically screwed up on because I was thinking of the library scene in the original, and I couldn't recall. They were all red balloons, though, weren't they, in the library scene?
Yes.
So I made them different colors.
Hey, it works. I like
You
it.
got to take some artistic license with stuff. You know what I mean?
That's true.
And you can see the dead light in his eye.
That was the last thing I added to it. I'm like, I had just a normal eye there. I'm like, it needs something else.
The dead light in his eye.
Put a little bit of lens flare in there.
A little bit of lens flare. No, those are orbs.
Everyone says the haunted side is here. Hello, Patrick.
Hello.
I didn't see the comment. It must be up there, all the way up. But if you are in here, hello. Everyone wants to know, Steve, do you sell paintings?
I do.
Yeah, Steve does commissions, and as you can see, he's very talented. Just hit him up on Facebook.
Yep.
Tell him what you want, especially if you want a Bible in front of an American flag.
I do have that here.
How many times have you done that exact same painting, Steve?
Oh my God, like 15.
He's literally painted this exact same thing for people because everybody on his Facebook page loves it so much. He's done it like 15 times.
I've changed
Oh,
it.
hey, thanks, Leanne.
Thank you, Leanne.
Thank you, Leanne. We appreciate that. Steve, Leanne wants you to teach her how to art.
I'll teach you how to art. Okay.
Steve was doing like paint and sip instructional classes before this pandemic hit. Yeah, there's another
Over
one.
the side there. Yeah, there you go. See, it's the Bible down in the corner with the stars in front of a wooden, like a wood wall with the American flag.
Yeah. It's dark in here. So.
Oh, Josh, don't worry about it, man. You don't have to do a super chat every time you come to one of our live streams.
We're just happy to have you here, man.
Yeah, bro.
That's right.
Yeah, Josh has a few of my paintings too.
Yes, he does. Let me see here.
Y'all want some company?
Oh, on the side.
Sorry, Viva. I just saw that you messaged me.
Yeah, actually, we have two people. We have. Is Connor going to be there too, or is it just India?
I think just India. I think Connor's at work.
Okay, India's going to be jumping on, and so is Viva here. But maybe here in a little bit once they get off, because they max this out at 6 people here, and we're about to hit capacity there, Patrick. But yeah, for sure.
Oh, cool. Stained glass windows for a job.
Did Steve take art classes?
I had art classes in high school. Yeah, I mean, nothing in college or anything like that for it.
I think you have to be like initially artistically inclined to be able to do stuff like that, though.
Yeah, and you have to have a passion for it. You have to have the drive to teach yourself, and that's, I think, how you've figured a lot of it out, Steve. You're very much self-taught with a lot of that stuff.
I think it's just all right.
Tell them to calm down over there.
Oh, wow, it is shut.
It is shut.
I think it just varies person to person because my mom, she's a very, very talented artist as well, and she used to paint on bird feathers.
Thank you, Julia.
I remember
Thank you so much.
saying that, David. I like to see some of her work.
Yeah, I'm sure she would be happy to share that. Da-da-da-da. That was just Dave tooting. What was? Did I toot?
No, I think she was talking about the loud car going by.
Oh, no, that would be more of Steve's brand than mine.
Hey, Connor.
Yes, on bird feathers. Mm-hmm. What's up, Connor? Oh, snap.
This is a suggestion for you all to do a short Spirit Box session while live to see what happens.
I don't think we have it, do we?
What's that?
The Spirit Box?
I'm sure. Oh,
Oh,
She was there for a second.
that's right. Did you guys see that? I think that was an apparition.
She was real fast.
in the night.
She's a full-bodied Viva.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I went to add her, and then she went like that, so I wasn't sure if she was ready. You ready, Viva?
Thumbs up or thumbs down? You ready?
Okay. There she is.
Hello.
Hey,
Hi. Also, Jason, real fast, to like kind of play on the comment that you just made. You said you saw a full body Viva. Oh yes, you did, baby. Mhm.
Right. Hey.
up? How y'all
Hey, man.
doing?
Good, how are you?
Yeah,
Hey,
I
what's up with
literally
your
just
light?
got off. What?
What's up with your light?
What light? Which
You got
light?
like a strobe light going on there.
Oh, because it's like an LED light, and that it's don't just
Okay.
don't.
Just wondering. I was wondering if you had like if it was a choice, like an artistic choice.
I mean, also, yeah, I can go with that.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, it's totally an artistic choice, because I'm like the new age Andy Warhol. I can't help it. Hi, you guys. I missed you guys so much.
Miss you too.
I'm sorry I look like crap. I just got off work like an hour ago.
It's been a long time. We need for this.
It has. I'm
to be
sad.
over.
I like your ghost light
yeah.
background.
Huh? I know. Wait, where is it? Yeah. Wait.
That
Yeah. It's so cute. I got it off of Amazon for $20.
That's cool.
I need one for here.
Yeah. And I like decorated my whole room. I have like this canopy over my bed and everything.
I
It's really
saw
cute.
that in your Instagram.
Yes.
Yeah, I got bored and started decorating. It's a bad idea.
Surprise!
Hey, India.
Hi.
I hope I'm not gonna mess up the audio again. Like I hope it's not gonna echo now.
No, I think we fixed that the other day.
Okay, well, feel free to kick me off if I do mess up.
All of my favorite spooky people are here.
Yes. We should have
Yay.
just started the live stream from this, guys.
Right?
Who was that?
Excuse me.
Oh.
Excuse me. Y'all missed me. Don't even try it. Y'all know y'all missed me.
That's right. Hey, we're gonna have to have a. They said it's a whole freaking party, but I tell you, once we all can go out into the world again, we're gonna have an even bigger party.
See, that's very true. But my only worry is once they actually give us an inch, everybody's going to take a mile and it's going to get bad. So I'm just going to stick to the people that I like all of y'all. I'll hang out with y'all. I know y'all good. So I'm not worried about that. But I'm not going to nobody bar. I'm not going to nobody after quarantine party. It's not happening. I'm hanging out with y'all and that's it. We going ghost hunting.
That's right. No, I wasn't talking like a party is in the size by the number of people. I'm talking like a party by like the volume and just the sheer amount of fun we're gonna have. It's gonna be huge.
We're gonna raise a ruckus.
Yes, we're gonna raise the dead. Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah.
We're going. Let's get all of us together and do a 24-hour live stream party challenge. Ghost
You know what? I was actually thinking about doing a 24-hour live stream, but doing it to raise money for charity.
That's cool.
There you go.
Okay, I'm okay with that. I'm okay with that.
But like I want to do it after the quarantine, so maybe I can do it from a location, like a 24-hour ghost hunt, and then have like a bunch of guests come on.
Yeah,
Cool.
that'd be pretty cool. The Anchorage.
Yes, let's do it.
It's harder than it looks. The 12-hour live stream was almost torture.
Oh,
It was.
well, I remember setting an alarm for like 7:00 just so I can check to see if y'all were dead on arrival. And when I got on and said good morning, I was literally just like in bed, like when I texted y'all, honestly.
Oh, that's funny.
Yeah. And y'all was like, oh, you want to get on Viva? I was like, no. I got sleep in my eyes, drool all down my face, no bra on. I can't be doing that.
I mean, so did I, Viva, but I still went on.
See,
I took
girl,
on the team.
listen, I don't got enough. I don't got the BALLS like you. I can't do that. Can't do that.
Oh man.
Also, I can't see the comments, so I don't know if anybody's saying anything. Apologies. I'm sorry, everybody, that we were just like catching up with each other and stuff.
You should be able to see the comments.
I cannot.
Go
Are you
over
on your phone?
Let's see. Yeah, I'm on my phone again.
Oh, okay.
Polly's online for 24 hours.
Mama Polly.
Here it is. Yep. Mama Polly's gonna be there.
I love Mama Polly. She's the bestest. Burp, burp, Viva. Okay, I see some of the comments now. I literally burp so much. It's disgusting. I'm a lady.
I think you did it like 3 times on our live stream.
Viva,
I did.
you just be yourself.
When am I not myself?
And your true friends will still be here.
Do you have pants on this time, Viva?
I don't have pants on.
T.
But I put a bra on, so that's all y'all get, okay?
That's all you need, really.
I'm a frontline employee at a hospital. I ain't wearing pants, and I pay bills here. So if somebody got a problem with me not wearing pants in my house, y'all can sound off in the comments below.
Before our live stream at the weekend, she sent me a video of her running around with no pants on, being like, I can't find my pants, I can't find my pants. And there was literally like 5 minutes till the stream started. And I was like, it doesn't matter, nobody can see you.
Yeah, but if I stand up right now, girl, it's going to be a live stream about ghosts, and it's going to turn into an OnlyFans account. We not doing that.
Send like super chats.
So, hey, Super Chats is open. What's up, y'all? Y'all want to supply to my OnlyFans? Oh my God. I love you guys. I'm so sorry. I'm ridiculous.
Everyone keeps asking if we found a spirit box to use.
If you guys don't have it handy, I've got mine, I think, out my trunk. If you give me a minute or two.
I don't know.
I've got a spirit box, but I'm not like one of the boys. So somebody said that they haven't worn pants or bra in a long time. So Viva, you rock it, girl.
Listen, Lauren, I see you, baby. We here. I see you. Mm-hmm. Yes. No live stream. No pants live stream. I'm down. Hey, listen. Everybody got to take their pants off now. What's a bra?
What's a bra, girl? Same.
Girl, same. Listen, these things is too big for me not to be having these things under control. Okay, I got to keep them locked down. So,
This is turned into a girls' live stream now.
I know. Okay, guys, bye. Y'all can leave now.
That's right.
Y'all can leave now for sure. Sorry, I'm sorry, everybody. This is too much. I apologize.
Hey, but you know, we brought you both on, and our overall viewership went up. So
did it really?
Are you wearing a bra, Ryan?
Yeah, I have to.
Yes.
There you go.
Listen, ain't nothing wrong with an 8-cup baby.
Mm-hmm.
Poor guys, Melissa said. Yeah, anytime I'm on any sort of live stream or any sort of function, it's always a party. I cannot help it.
It really is. Like everybody loved you the other night.
Listen, okay, stop.
Yeah, girl, like what is it like to be the queen?
Oh my God. First of all, let me just tell you guys how much I love you.
Thank you, Mrs. Bumble.
Yeah.
And we know you stayed the entire 12 hours. We saw you in the comments over there every once in a while.
We did.
Posting comments. Don't think we didn't notice. We
That
did.
is dedication.
So when are we going to plan this 24-hour spookathon?
Well, I mean, we're obviously going to do it at the Anchorage.
Yes. Okay, yes.
No pants required either. You don't have to wear them.
Listen, if I got a key to the place, I'm not wearing pants.
I mean, fair enough.
Listen, hey, I'm not. Y'all gonna listen? I told y'all it's gonna turn to OnlyFans. Y'all better be tipping. Yes, Viva is so much fun. Thank you.
Was Jason planning on leaving? Connor Lee says, "Love how Jason stayed."
He said he was coming back. He went to his car to get the spirit box. He said,
No, I'm
there.
right here.
"Oh, I can't see
Really?
it. I only got the comments up. Hold on, wait. You see?
No, they're talking about the 12-hour because I only stayed for like 6.5 hours or something.
Oh, is that
I had a feeling
But-
when I was coming back on in the morning, I had a feeling that only David and Ryan would be there, and I was correct.
In my defense, though,
Oh my
I
gosh.
see these spots on my computer screen that was not there, and
Yeah.
the quality of the water.
Oh,
Yeah.
poor
Laura
Jason.
wants to know if she said, "I wonder if there are actually Paranormal Incorporated OnlyFans."
Girl, don't give me ideas now. India.
Go, we
I'm
could
doing
be
a live
rolling
stream
with
to be
it.
on.
For real.
Sorry. No, you're good. Listen, hey. Don't. I told you. Listen, I'll message you later.
Yep, you heard it here first, folks, on Paranormal Quest channel. This is something that's going.
I hear Kitty.
That's Nova's opinion on the whole thing.
I know.
She
Yeah.
had one because she scared the She scared the hell out of me when she meowed there.
Oh, I love her.
Louise Morgan.
The queen of Viva. I mean, yeah, you're not wrong.
So what do you think? Everybody wants us to do a spirit box session or a portal session. What are you guys thinking?
I'm down.
I'm down. Steve,
I'm
do you have the
down
portal
the
there?
clown.
Right here behind me.
Let's do it.
Do it.
Let's go. Come here.
We'll yeah.
Sorry.
I'm gonna go ahead and mute Steve while he gets that set up because it's a little bit noisy.
So we're gonna go ahead and mute Steve. So just Steve, remember you're muted. So when you come back on, we have to unmute you.
Don't forget, though, everybody in the comments, I know you want to probably ask Steve a question, but he's going to be muted. So just give him time, and they'll unmute him. Yeah.
Yeah, Steve is temporarily muted for the time being.
Yes. For a short time, yes.
That added murdered to my comment. What?
There was
She
a
said there
murder
were-
orb behind Jason.
There was murdered an orb behind.
Oh, my God.
Those are the best kind of orbs, I think.
Oh, my gosh. Jason, you might need to ask some questions, hon.
That's right. May need
You're
to turn
trying
the
to-
lights off.
I know. They're trying to get you.
Yeah, so after all of this lifts, let's all get together and do a for real like a big live stream challenge. And
I think it would be easy, like with like 7 of us, it would be easy to do 24 hours.
yeah,
If in rotation, because I'm going to go to sleep. Listen.
We can just put like the Nova cam up for a few hours, like.
Yeah. Or look,
Yeah.
if we do it at the Anchorage, then maybe we can just set the camera up someplace for like an hour so we can all take a cat nap.
yeah, absolutely.
That way.
Traumatized Haunted Side has an OnlyFans page.
Hey.
Yeah, but not for what you think it's for. I'm sure.
Hey.
I was about to text Patrick and be like, "What haven't you told me?"
All right now, Patrick, where you at, hon? Where you at? Mm-mm. Listen, stop laughing at me.
An orb behind Jason. What?
No, baby.
Oh, you can probably see her in the background there. That's kind of funny.
I love
Did
her.
you guys see her or did you miss her? She was sitting on the couch there behind me.
Trying to get up in the window.
Yes, she was trying.
Meow.
She's a majestic beast.
She's so cute.
I'm surprised people are still watching this.
Because you're Paranormal Quest. That's why.
That was my point. There she is.
So friggin' cute.
Are you mad?
Oh, look at her.
There she is. Like how nobody's saying anything, just paying attention. to her.
Because she's just so like hypnotic. It's just like staring at her. It's just like she's just so freaking cute. I can't. I want a cat so bad.
Okay.
Get one.
She
I
had nothing.
can't get one. I've got Benji.
Oh, yeah, that's right. You guys need a kitten for Nova. No, we do not.
Wait a minute. Where'd you go?
I am a demon. Oh, that's cool.
Same.
Aren't we all?
It's Paranormal Quest. I watch you 24/7. Well, 24-hour live stream coming your way pretty soon. Hopefully, maybe.
Not maybe. It's a yes. And
Absolutely.
you're gonna hit your 50K.
Oh, I hope. That would be awesome.
And we're gonna hit 20K.
Yeah, we got to get you guys up there.
Yeah, we're gonna keep. We're all gonna keep rising through the ranks here. Hopefully. We have to because we have to have the real paranormal channels get the subscribers the fake paranormal channels have. Because the biggest paranormal YouTube channels on YouTube are all the ones that fake a bunch of stuff. So we want the real ones to be the ones to take over and get the majority of the subscribers and viewers. And we're going to do it with animals, because here's Benji.
There he is.
How could you not watch Benji in 24 hours?
He's so cute.
He's teddy bear.
Hey, Tracy.
Be careful if you're watching this while driving.
Polly wants to know if Jason can do some voice imitations.
Depends on who it is.
Morgan Freeman.
Well, supposedly that's how I sound like all the time, but I don't know.
I bet you could do a good Matthew McConaughey.
Matthew McConaughey. I'd have to think about how he sounds. What happened to Viva?
I don't know.
He disappeared.
He hates us.
But honestly, right off, I can't think how he sounds. Like,
Oh,
what would Bob do?
Like you. He sounds like you.
Yeah, a little bit of Bob Dylan.
All right.
The times they are changing. Just saw the lyrics for $2.2 million. I don't know.
Lauren,
Well,
Maybe
I know,
Eric
just
Carey or something.
between screens. Like, wouldn't it be funny if Nova just showed up in Jason's right now?
that would be fun. Lauren wants to know, do y'all ever explore lore/hauntings of other cultures? I've been sub for a while, but to be honest, I've only recently had time to seriously be on YouTube. We would love to go and explore lore from other cultures. We are currently limited, and we have been for a while limited in our travel. We're starting over the past year or so. We've started to be able to travel a little bit more. So yeah, we would love to do more. We're very fascinated by other cultures and their connections to the supernatural or spiritual realm. So it's always something that we want to do, that we would love to do, do different episodes on different things,
Oh, yeah.
Cats are demon.
That's not cats, that's
Hear that motor running.
yes, are demons.
Well,
Yo, it's Hunter from Instagram. Anxiety Kid. What's up, Hunter?
What is up, Hunter? Where's that coming? Did I miss it?
Just mine's behind for some reason.
God.
Paranormal Kitty time. That's right.
You are really lifting my spirits. Felt a little down during this house arrest. Come to South Africa. Lots of cultures, and we would love to come to South Africa.
It's pretty awesome.
Yeah, I've always wanted to go there. Steve, you ready?
Now remember, Steve, you're muted.
You're not muted anymore. Spirit boss comes in to Steve in a second.
All right. Am I still muted?
No.
Oh, okay. Yeah, right before you asked me that, like it said my name.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Is that volume okay for everybody?
Viva says, tell David to let me back in the chat.
Oh, sorry.
She's back.
Hi.
Hi.
Hey.
And Ryan, you're muted. I can't hear you at all, by the way.
You can't hear me at all? I know I'm muted, but that's because I'm sitting right at the same desk as Dave, and the microphones would compete.
I genuinely can't hear you, Ryan.
Can you hear me?
How about now?
Yeah.
I muted your microphone here. Turn your volume. How about now?
Okay, good.
Weird.
Can you guys can hear me though, right? Just making sure.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yay! Okay, hi, I'm back. You guys missed me.
We did.
We did.
Yay!
Yeah.
And Jason, you should totally do that creepy pasta thing for real. That'd be super cool.
I'm gonna have to really meditate on it.
Listen, you're basically the Morgan Freeman of the group. You might as well just do it.
I'll tell you.
All right, so I guess we're gonna do a spirit box session with the corner.
Excuse me, sorry. I'm sorry.
You okay?
Yeah, a little bit came up, but it's good. I'm sorry.
All right. All right. Is there if there's anyone here with us right now, can you give us your first name? Would you? Is there anyone here attached to one of the items over here behind me? Look at this. Was anyone here attached to the brick? Anyone here from Moon River?
Yeah.
That's what
It
I
sounded
did.
like a yeah for sure.
Right there, yeah.
Yeah, I said it.
Oh,
What was that?
we're starting with DA.
Like Dave's name.
Yeah, it did sound like Dave.
Yeah. Do you remember Dave?
They coming to get you, David.
Did you attach to my friend Dave? Are you from the Brick Circle? What are you attached to in here? What are you attached to?
It's a bagel.
Go for Ryan. There's carbs in those.
Julia says, "Give us a bite of your donut."
I love bagels. Oh my gosh.
Got real quiet.
Do you feel any change of energy around you at all, Steve?
Not really. Not right now. I welcome anybody in this room to come over here, sit right beside me, and just, if you would, give me your first name. Is there anyone from the school building? Teacher, principal, Miss Sanford, are you here? Yes or no? Ask if Alex is here. Is there an Alex here?
It did get really quiet all of a sudden.
Mm-hmm.
It definitely said Dave's name.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
I know we didn't hear it. It said my name right before Ryan asked if I was ready to be unmuted. But there's the beginnings of words, you're just not being able to complete them as well.
There's what I would imagine is there's probably not a lot of energy there right now because, like, obviously there's not a lot of people coming in and out either. So maybe it's just a lack of energy to kind of pull from in order for them to speak up or really manifest.
Before I even got on the live feed, which it happens once or twice. Not the same thing, but something like that will happen once or twice a day here. But that could have been it too.
Yeah. I can't wait to go back there, though.
Yep. We can do a joint live feed, whatever we do. Some kind of fun.
That'd be fun. Yeah, my mother said she's never coming back to your museum, just so you know.
I can understand why.
Of course.
Don't worry, she'll still get her hugs. So.
Yes, that's all she wants is your hugs. That's all. Where's he going?
Yeah, where's Dave going?
Where's that guy going? I'm gonna kick his butt. I will, I swear.
What? Yeah, we'll see. We'll listen. Sorry, reading comments.
Yeah, Steve, does it sound a little bit clearer on your end? Have you been able to pick up any words and stuff, or no?
A little bit. That's why I'm curious of how that transfers through the mic to you guys in the listen. So I'm also not sure how well that's coming across because there's some lower volume words being said where they're not entirely audible, discernible. Because there's definitely one or two male, one or two female voices. But for me, it's hard to understand what they're saying, which I would assume it would be even more difficult for you guys to hear as well.
Yeah, I'm trying to make out exactly if any like clear words are coming through. But for the most part, it sounds like a lot of chatter, like maybe between people, like talking amongst themselves. And just it kind of does sound like yelling or something too, but I just can't make anything out of it.
And it also kind of touches base with something I've been wanting to do, but where the museum physically is right now, I don't want to say I got stuck here, but I kind of had to find a place quick to move to from my old location.
Mm-hmm.
There was a building here in town. It was an old rest home. See, I wanted to have one room set aside for just one-on-one and research with just, say, one item at a time. Because when you walk into, say, this room or room 2, you have hundreds of items in each one. That's just one massive accumulation of energy. So it's really hard. Like you said, you hear multiple conversations going on. How do you know which specific voice or one specific item? So it's just the way I have to have it right now because I only have 2 rooms. So right now.
Well, hopefully you'll be able to get like one big space, and then you could kind of have make a specific room just for like one item, just to kind of rotate it out so people can have that one-on-one time with that specific piece.
Yeah, that's something I've always wanted to do.
Yeah,
especially with Annie, with the Annie portrait.
Yeah.
See, the way I wanted to set hers up was she would have her own room, have a couple couches, do it up like a living room where you sit just with her.
Oh, she love that.
So, hopefully soon. Fingers crossed.
Yeah.
And I'm sure Dave is fine, everybody. I think he just went upstairs for a second.
So you guys all just need to move to Marietta. That's all I'm saying.
Oh, did you hear that?
Yeah, I heard that.
Yep. He goes, yep. That was funny. That was cool.
They're on my side. Ow.
I'm going to have a good bit of area, too. I got another item I'm hoping to get that's going to soak up a lot of space.
Oh, gosh. You have to know your limits, Steve.
No. I'm not a quitter.
You have no spatial awareness. You're just like, get it, and then you're like, oh, wait, where do I put it?
We'll get it. We'll deal with it later.
Yeah, basically.
It's to the point,
baby.
It's to the point now. If I get like one item that's like considerable size, I have to move 3 other items to make space for it.
Yeah, pretty much.
Joey wants to know if you're in Marietta, Georgia.
To me?
Yeah, he said,
I'm assuming me.
Yeah.
No, Marietta, Ohio.
The Marietta, Ohio.
Yeah. Yeah. The one, baby. Ow. Yeah, Marietta, Ohio. Sorry, yeah. That sounded like a man say thank you.
Yeah.
That was weird.
Who's talking to us right now? What's your name?
Are you talking because I annoy you or because you like me?
Look, everybody. He's live back, safe and sound. They were all very worried about you.
Oh, I'm fine.
Indy and Benji look so cute right now.
I know. Look at that Benji baby. He's so precious. Where's Connor?
He's at work.
That bitch. Oh, okay, that's fine. Don't worry, I call everybody a B word. Also, I'm sorry, chat, for cursing.
For shame.
I know. Listen, I was raised by a pirate. My mother was a pirate, and I can't help it. So I have the worst mouth ever. I'm sorry.
I'm very offended.
Listen, Jason, you're on this side of me over here. Don't you try it.
And then you see, like, I see Viva go from her screen through India's screen and just like deck Jason in the
Yes, I know.
We can just switch places.
Yeah,
That would be hilarious.
I know. Just see a brown arm just go for just bow.
That's right.
Get ready, Jason. Here she comes for you.
Oh no!
India, where'd she go? Oh, did you? Ah ha ha! Bam, bam, bam. Listen, Ryan, you want some too? Because I'll give it to you. Okay.
I swear, it feels like we're on Hollywood Squares.
Yeah.
No, the Brady Bunch.
Yeah.
But I don't know who my dad is. I'm the milkman, baby. Oh, sorry, you guys. This is what y'all asked for. Y'all wanted me to come on. This is what y'all get. I'm sorry. Sorry, Mama Polly. She's probably like, "Oh my Lord, Jesus."
She's dealt with us for years. She's numb to it. So
That's true.
She is also a pirate.
Who? Wait, who's a pirate?
Polly.
Oh, see, I wouldn't guess that at all. She's an angel. Benji Belly.
For some reason, I thought you had him upside down like that. I didn't see his head. I was like, whoa.
Oh my gosh.
That dog is spoiled rotten.
I know.
He really
He's such a baby. Look at him.
He's like, what? Leave me alone. I'm trying to go to sleep.
He's so
He's like all
precious.
day. He just wants cuddles all day.
I know. I love him.
He's a good boy.
I know.
Everyone wants to know what you're drinking, but they said they want some.
What I'm drinking? I'm drinking something called 6.5 hours of sleep and 8 hours of work. You can't get that in stores, baby. Essential workers. What?
That's right.
Yeah, I'm straight up like extra tired. But like I said, I just got off of work before I got on the live stream and I wanted to hang out. So usually once the camera's on me, the energy just goes like through the roof. Don't mind me. I'm not drinking any funny drinks. I'm not smoking the devil's lettuce or anything. This is all just normal me.
What she's saying is that she's a ham for the camera.
Yes, baby, I'm a whole ham. Listen, I'm the whole pig. Okay, this a lot of meat. This a lot of pork, baby. Okay.
Right.
I'm
Honey
sorry.
glazed.
Listen, brown sugar.
See? All right.
Jason, give me a high five for that one.
All right.
No, the other way.
Nope.
You got it right.
See you, Julia.
Bye.
Bye, Julia. Good night.
Night.
Good
Sleep
night.
tight.
So guys, we are 2.5 hours into this 24-hour live stream.
And that's where I sign off. Thank you guys so much for having me.
Dave
I will
apparently
see
left.
y'all Where'd David go?
He went to bed. He's too tired.
I'm gonna beat his behind.
I'm not.
Yeah.
I don't even know what happened there.
That's really weird. I was out of the four of us, I was the last person in here, and somehow I've moved my way to the top spot.
I know how.
You
Can
do
you put me up there? Put me over there. Then I can run the show. Put me over there, David. Put me up there. Do it.
I don't know how to move people.
Okay, listen.
That's Ryan. He-
Here, this will help
Ryan.
you run the show. Ready, Viva?
Oh God. Okay. Hey
Yes.
y'all.
Hey.
Hi y'all. This is Viva Stream. This is instead of a TED Talk, it's gonna be a dead talk, baby. We're gonna talk about all the spooky stuff. My name is Viva. I'm from Hidden Marietta in Marietta, Ohio. Don't forget Super Chats is open. And okay, you can turn it off now. Did y'all enjoy that solo? Did y'all enjoy that? Oh, thank you. Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you. You like me. You really like me. Huh? What'd you say?
So we'll be getting you your Oscar.
I was just thinking that. I was like, where is Viva's Oscar?
I know, right? Or like TV show. Like we all need a TV show. This is dumb.
Mhm.
This is like network gold right here. The Brady Bunch, this little spooky bunch right here, network gold.
Let's do it. Let's all get together and film a TV show.
Right?
We gotta add in Connor.
Yes.
Connor
7.
and Benji and Nova.
7.
Oh, wow. That would definitely be a full house.
We need a billboard.
If we had Benji and Nova in there.
Oh my gosh. I
Benji and
love
Nova
them.
would not work.
No, they would try and kill each other.
Oh, it looks like Connor is in the chat.
Oh, hello, Connor.
Hi, Connor. Excuse me, I burped again.
Connor, you're supposed to be working.
Yeah. Get back to work, you lazy bum.
Get back to adulting.
Yeah.
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 No.
You stay out of this, Ryan.
Sorry.
We're not talking to you. Don't make wait, where are you? Don't make me mess you up. Cause I'll do it.
So what should we do next, guys?
I'm probably gonna go because I got 2 little babies I gotta take care of. But Brian's outside. I'm not being like an absentee mother. I have a husband. Don't worry about it. My oldest is 7. My
I'm
youngest
calling
is
Child
3.
Protective Services right now.
Listen.
Oh my God.
Listen. I'm gonna take my earrings off for this one. Listen. Hey.
He's like, hold my accessory.
Listen, huh? Give me my Vaseline. Let me take my shoes off. What's up?
Oh,
No.
I love you guys so much.
we love you too, Viva.
All right.
Oh my gosh. Okay, but yeah, I really am gonna get off because I gotta go help with homework. You know, seeing as how all the kiddies are gonna be out of school, they sent home a big packet to do. So, homework, dinner, bath. So
Well, have fun
That's-
with that.
I'm gonna try.
Thanks
I'm
for
gonna do my
joining
best.
me.
You're welcome, and you're welcome, and you're welcome, and you're welcome. I had to give everybody love. This is a virtual hug for everybody in the chat and also everybody in the live stream. I love you all. I will see you all later, and Wakanda forever. Bye.
Whoops. I kicked Dave out by accident. my bad.
Whoa.
Hey, thank you, Casey.
Yeah,
Thank
thank you, Casey.
All right, so let's answer some questions here. Polly wants to know creepiest EVP ever remembered.
Probably. Probably the residential case we did in Moundsville. I'm gonna steal that answer before everyone else gives it. I can't remember what the name of the episode is, but
A family haunted.
Family Haunted. Yeah, go check that out. It has a really, really cool EVP between 2 different spirits, and yeah, it's pretty cool. Go check
If
it
you
out.
sell it else, I want to buy it.
What about you guys?
I would have to say probably the creepiest EVP would be, or the clearest EVP would definitely be that one for sure. I mean, we've got a lot of creepy EVPs over the years. I remember there was one that actually we captured. Do you remember Polly back? This was like 2008, 2000. No, this is like 2009, I think. We staged a riot at the penitentiary and the infirmary. Not a real riot, everybody. It was like
Oh, it was right. There's carnage.
like a reenactment to try and to stir up the activity. And it was Josie was there, I remember. And we were all sitting outside that closet, and she asked if you she said, if we're going to storm the cafeteria and you guys can have ice cream or steak, whichever you'd like. And Polly's recorder captured an EVP that said, I'm getting both. And that was really creepy. I mean, that was clear.
I'd forgotten about that one.
There was one more with that one. Do you remember, Polly, what the second one was, what it said? I remember the ice cream and steak one because I'm very food oriented. But there was a lot of stuff that happened that night. A lot of stuff. I remember we were slamming doors and yelling, and stuff started to go down. It was really creepy.
We'll pass on that, Leanne. She does not remember at the moment.
I know there was a second one. I can't remember what it was.
That was a good night. I know this wasn't the same night, but another time when we were investigating in the prison, we had we had some kind of music playing or something like that in one of the cell blocks. And when we listened back to the recorder, you could hear laughter.
Mm-hmm.
Sound of hooves.
Yeah, it sounded like there was like hooves running on the ceiling, which was weird.
Yeah.
And then down the wall.
Yeah, I do vaguely remember that.
I remember that because that scared the crap out of Josie.
That and the EVP we picked up in the infirmary half of the second floor towards dental, and that's when guest investigator Kristen was with us, and she asked if they had been following us since we got there, and there was a female voice said we wouldn't do that.
Oh yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That was decently clear.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
we wouldn't do that.
What about you, India?
Mine is probably when we went to the Octagon Mansion, and it was the second time we went, and we left a camera overnight, and it wasn't a voice, but we caught like music that sounded like an old organ playing, and it was really, really spooky.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, that I also liked the one you caught of it sounded like boots walking down the hallway. That was cool.
Yeah, that one is the one where it's like you can hear somebody in the doorway and then they stomp their foot.
Mm-hmm.
That's so loud. The loudest thing that you could ever capture. It sounds like a real person.
Hello, Julian.
Hello, Julian.
Hey, boys.
What about you, Jason?
Right off, I would say most recent was St. Joseph's. It wasn't an EVP, but a disembodied voice. I think it was the last session we were doing before we wrapped it up, and it was Steve and I and Polly and Renee, but we were in the ICU, and there was a male voice that came through, and we all heard it at the time. Steve turned around because he was like, "Did you guys hear that?" I think you thought it was one of us, Steve, but
yeah,
that was real creepy. Listening to that real time with the headphones was.
It was super close too.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Because Polly and I, we couldn't tell. Polly may be able to remember better, but it was either directly behind us in the room behind us, or it was around the corner out in the hallway, because we were near that side of the unit itself, near the hallways. So,
mm-hmm. Yeah. And Josh Rutherford asked about my gunshot. Yeah, that's my craziest experience, I would say, in investigating overall. But I like to give different answers, because if I always mention my gunshot, we'll never talk about anything else. So yeah, I mean, that's always going to be in the probably my favorite experience, most intense experience. Obviously, I got a tattoo of the waveform, but yeah, I really like that EVP in 2009, the ice cream and steak EVP, because that's the way I feel whenever I look at ice cream and steak. I just look at it and I'm like, I'm getting both.
I can relate.
I don't like either one.
At the same time. Ice cream and steak at the same time.
Mm-hmm.
Ice cream on steak.
Dave's like, I don't know either one. Can you believe Dave does not like ice cream and he does not like steak?
What? Dave! How can you not like ice cream?
I don't like it.
Gosh,
Wow.
gotta get down with the sickness, Dave.
I do know that I'm getting an intense migraine from these lights that are set up in front of me. Hoo-ah. Thanks for that gene there, Polly. Appreciate it.
Oh, Gene.
Oh,
But yeah, here in a little bit, I'm gonna have to go myself because I have a little bit more editing to do to finish up the video that we're gonna be releasing on the channel this weekend. So I'm thinking I'm definitely gonna finish the video today. It's gonna upload. We will make it live for our members to watch. We will make that live on Friday, so tomorrow.
Yes.
And then we will make it live on our YouTube channel on Saturday. So remember, members get to see the video a full 24 hours beforehand, before it's released. So
I mean, we have been on here for 3 hours, so
that is true. So
maybe a good time for all to go ahead and peace out.
it is. It might be. And but yeah, if you want to be a member and get to see that video 24 hours early, go to our channel, hit the join button, click your tier level,
Do it.
and get those perks.
That's right. That's very right.
So, and of course, we'll be doing more members only live streams next week because we do a live stream to our members only every single week. So
We do. Bye, Jennifer. Excuse me.
take care, Jim.
See you, Scotland.
See you later. Have a good night.
But of course, yes, thank you to Viva for coming on. Thank you to India for coming on. And thank you to Dave, Steve, and Jason for coming on. And thank you to Ryan for coming on.
That's right.
Face.
This has been a great stream.
It has been. Thank you all so much. I'm peaced out, everybody. Enjoy your day.
See you, man.
Bye.
Really?
Alrighty, guys, we will talk to you guys next time. Thanks for hanging out with us, and we will see you later. Like Ryan said, make sure for all of the members of the channel to keep an eye out for the new mini episode tomorrow,
Yes.
and then everybody else will get to see that on Saturday. Bye, guys.
Take care.
Y'all have a good one.
Bye.